box.
How
Put
much
him in the
money
box.
that man?
No, man, put him in the box.
In mad. No, me no. This live would never carry a PNP. If you want me shut off and you open yours, I will come.
No,
to
man, put him in the box.
No. Me not have them the tolerance, brother.
What's right?
Yes, sir.
Now go up and Kingston.
No, me also.
Like how them create an episode yesterday and call live.
You know, Kingston. I remember a point in my life as a youngster, right, where I'm gonna say friends, family friends, people that you play mark and ride in the gully every day, and where one particular Sunday morning is like, I don't know, it's like I was frozen, like I was crippled to see these same people who sit down on the table with you and eat coming at you with gun to try and kill you. Right? Where you lock up in the house for a week having diarrhea. The same people them where you sit down with, eat, drink.
Use the proper word.
Oh, yes, sorry, analyze. Right?
Yeah.
Now, when I said I know these people very well, I know them very well, my friend. Very well. I grew up in the heart of them. Right? Very, 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 very well. I know them. Right? I know the ins and outs of how them work. The ins and outs of certain individual, even with the whole Kurt Spencer thing. I know the full ins and outs of it. I know all the big players, them in it. Right? You know.
A quick question, Max.
Yes, ma'am.
Was Kern? Who was Kern?
Cuban light bulb.
Okay. What's the other Spencer that was in politics?
Roddy
Spencer.
He was what side?
He was JLP. His seat in Britannia, and get old. His seat is Southeast Clarendon, where Colonel Charles is now.
Which Labourite had Mark Golding's seat?
Well, he never have no seat except entirely.
No, man. Where Mark Golding now is.
Empress, I know more character from the other day when Mary mentioned Kern Spencer in a Kingston. But we never get to come up on a live to tell us that no, Kern never have no. There has never been a Spencer in Kingston. What you ask Kingston is who had Mark Golding seat before him?
Before Omar.
Earl Spencer and Omar Davis. Earl Spencer.
I know there was a Spencer.
1983, Earl Spencer get it a snap election. 1983, Earl Spencer.
Okay. 80 what?
3. He was my MP.
Right. Say no more. Say no more.
Yeah. You know him? You want to tell us something about him?
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
that's why
kids here.
Let me tell you something. That's why I tell you guys.
He has kids and grandkids here.
Pardon me?
He has kids and grandkids here.
Where?
In Rima.
In Rima. Okay. In Rima. Okay.
His office was in Rima.
Yeah, his office was in Rima. And he would come down there. He would come there every Saturday morning, right?
That's close to Mexico.
Not every Saturday morning, almost every day.
All right. Okay.
That's close to Mexico?
No, was before
Mexico, they
Omar.
crossed the road.
It was
Mexico
before Omar.
Road.
It's right on it's Rosetown. When you
No. Rima is Trench Town.
Me not talking about no Trench Town. I'm talking about Rosetown. Okay. You can't tell me where I lived, Mr. Errol. Thank you.
No, I never said that. I live off
Unity. I live off Unity Lane at one time, and I live off Harry Street. Right. I don't remember that street that goes all. I don't remember if it's Tobias Street or one of them. Don't remember the names now. But that what's that road that come all the way from 3rd Street, Rima, come across to Maxfield Avenue over the bridge? What's that called? What's that road called?
It in line with 3rd Street when they come over the bridge.
Yeah, that, and it come all the way and it cuts
And the
Harris
other
Street
day
and
I'm
it goes all the way
past
to
the,
Maxfield.
Harris Street.
Is it Browns Lane? No, it's not Browns Lane.
No.
Yeah,
But
something you want to share with us,
I
Empress?
think I've shared it before.
No, I never hear it. Come.
Okay, so there was one Saturday morning, young, not even 20 yet. I think might be about 18. And so I was living there, and there was some kind of little in community feud. So I ran out to Maxfield to go buy stuff early Saturday morning, and to go wash and blah blah. So when I was going, I saw this lady standing out, and I know her, and I said, "What are you doing out so early?" And she goes, she's waiting for whatever Spencer. I was like, "Oh," she goes, she's been threatened, and she's gonna tell him. Well, because I don't get involved with anything, I live there, but never get involved. I don't know whatever. So by the time I was coming back, I saw her chatting with him. So I passed them. And guys, well, he drove, I'm walking. And by the time I could get to my gate at the corner of Harry Street, and I don't remember that street there. I don't remember if it's Browns Lane or whatever. But by the time I could get there, what I saw was the Member of Parliament car coming right across that bridge there with a whole bunch of people. I think it was from the GDF, and guns sticking out. And all I heard was fence, over men, over fence. And one young lady was there. She just came out of lining, but be 2 days, Thursday and this was Saturday. And, she started crying, and she's like, "Oh, you're going to kill XY and you guys have to, eat them, blah, blah, blah. Wait until brother comes from Canada." And won't call brother's name, but then all I know, I see Mr. Sky's the handprint right in her face, tied to the ground. And let me tell you guys, it's one thing as I say to you. That's why I take the stand that I take today. I love my country, but there are certain things. I'm glad I was never from there. I'm glad
Empress.
I've never had to live, because one second, Earl, every other day you would find the authorities, the bad ones that were there before, not the cleanup ones. Now they would come in, and anything they see on the street call a mail. They would unalive it and say he pointed something at them. I've never seen, so every other day you hear somebody crying for another family member. It was bad. It was really bad. That was in the 80s.
Okay.
Bad. Yeah, go ahead.
Remember them days there. Said he was originally PNP.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Mother PNP, everybody PNP.
Okay.
So him got switch.
Okay. Oh, he was across the floor.
And then him cross back the floor again and go run against Seattle.
And that's why I was wondering, Errol, how come that turned over when I heard one day and I watched an election that was coming up, and I saw a woman saying, "Oh, she has to buy toothpaste." And she was from there, and they were like, "Run with it," because I call him Run with it. Omar. I call him Run with it. That's what I call him. Yeah, I say you call him too. I call him Run with it.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, where is this woman? Where is he? I know in that community. When did Run with it get? But then, as I said, there were a couple of periods that I missed out on the activities home. So, I was shocked. I heard Mr. Perkins talking about Run with it, and I was like, when did he get? So then they cross over to that side. But when I was in there in the early 80s, they were strong. They were very, very strong. a liberal community. Across Collie Smith, then there was Rima, right? But on the other side, you would have, you know, where you have the Trenchtown Adventist Church and all of that over Trenchtown.
Yeah,
they
man,
were all
across the gully.
Exactly. They were all, I was like, when did that turn around? I was like, you know, but I had some experiences down there. You know, right at the corner of Unity Lane and Harry Street, that house there that's boarded up, like grilled up. Because you should know the area. Jim was the guy who lived there, who owns that house. You might be young for it. Because I don't even know if he's... That's what I'm going to say. It's right up... Yeah. And even they still have that piece of land going over from Harry Street over to a whole bunch of wasteland that you walk through it.
Yeah, man. And a wasteland no more than it had developed, you know?
They're putting houses over there?
House did forget the infrastructure, either go in for the drainage system and thing, but you have one company over there, isn't it?
Okay.
We make round the lively and people start live back round the people start calling now we can come and go build out for land. Because when war ending up, people start live back places and when war are going, people live up.
Yeah, because those
I want to ask, guys.
Go ahead.
Kingston is not there. In regards to this whole
man, may I listen.
Two locks. Add I need it. Oh.
In regards to to Justin and the building to which he put up, right? It was found out that he erected the building illegally, right? What's the outcome of that? How come the building is still up?
Money, 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 money.
No, but where's the authority in it?
And the poor people want them to tear down.
Who run the authority?
I thought if you erect the building illegally, the KSC says he's supposed to come in and take it down and then find you, hold you accountable.
What happened? What they said happened is that he submit a plan for a 2-story building.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah?
And
then he ended up build a 3-story building. Now, one of the conversations that we were having last night, were you at Call Live?
No.
One of the conversations we were having last night, and one of the comrades tried to tell us that he used to work in that yard of the building now. And then it's Bill and what was existing. But he couldn't identify the building that he used to work on. And
is it a 4-story building?
It's a 3-story building with a roof on top, so that is technically a 4-story building.
It's 4-story building.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you look on it, it's 4-story. You have 3 that is built out. Yeah. Plus a ground level, a ground floor with, I don't know if it's an entrance or whatever. So that would have really be the first floor.
Anyway you take it, it's a 4-story building.
It could even be classified as a 5-story. Because on top of the offices, there's a roof. Look at it. There's a roof on top of, there's a zinc roof or something on top of the final level.
So that is classified as 5-story.
Yes. If that was in the UK, it would have been a 5-story building.
Even in Jamaica, it's classified as 5-story. There's no difference, but
he seek permission in whenever for a 2-story, a first floor, a second floor, and he added a 3rd floor.
Good morning.
He add some more to it.
Okay. So what is the outcome? How come that building is still standing?
The conversation is you can modify within the dimension. Yeah. So the dimension would be length by width by height. But and this is where until today I blame the farmer Mia.
When you say modify, what do you mean modify?
So within
an additional floor.
You would apply for building license before. Me never apply for building license.
Let me explain. Let me try to explain. With the Kingston. All right. If you was listening to something to Classic yesterday, because what they are trying to do is to compare it with Andrew Olness house.
Correction. It's not Andrew Olness.
No,
it is bridge. Say Estate Bridge.
The Estate Bridge, yes.
Yeah, it have nothing to do with Andrew.
Yes, Estate Bridge. So what happened? Estate Bridge paid for two room, but them end up paying 4. Right, but it's still within the same range. It's not out of the dimension, it's in the same range.
Mm-hmm.
So they are saying it is still it's still corruption. Right? But what Jack then do is build on an entire floor. Right, which was not in the plan in the first place, so they're supposed to pay an additional money for that floor that was added,
and that would have changed the dimension as in
right. So then change the dimension, which they did not pay for that.
But under the Town and Country Plan Act, right, and under the NEPA Act, you cannot erect something beyond what you get approved for, in the sense that you're looking at density, you're looking at the density factor, right? So in order for NEPA in order for KSMC to approve a building plan, that plan first has to go through NEPA. And NEPA have to approve it. NEPA have to approve that plan, and then the KSAC do their due diligence and approve that plan. Right? So what I'm saying now, with this building being erected, this man was a part of the council, and he got approved for X, and he went beyond his approval.
He was not only a part
Max,
of the council.
good morning.
No, but hold on.
Good morning. Hold on, Max.
Morning.
There's something that was said that I need to correct. The development had 2 weeks left closed. The Estate Bridge development never built a 4-bedroom. They never did. They applied and submitted plans to put 2-bedroom townhouses.
Mm-hmm.
They did that. The modifications they did was, like, one of the rooms was moved from the ear or part of the house. Let's say you put it in the front and you move it to put it in the back, or it was downstairs and you move it to put it upstairs. Those are the modifications, expanding closet sizes and stuff like that. They never made 4 bedrooms. They never did. It was an accusation by the Director of Investigation at the Integrity Commission. And this is one of the dangers of propaganda, because he only introduced that 4-bedroom. That is the only time it was mentioned, and the only report, the only anything that mentioned it. And you see, because it's stuck in our psyche, it caused Anisha to say that a while ago.
Right, true.
When they never made anything like that, that is the danger of propaganda. That's why they don't care. They just put arguments out there, and they know it will stick in somebody's brain subliminally. And at some point it come out, and because that's the only thing you can remember, then it appears to be true. But it's not. They never built a 2-bedroom. Never did. And that argument was ratified by the actual building inspectors from the KSAMC. They never did that. Because even the pictures that were show at the wall, them inside them said they lit down and thank you very much.
Right.
Because they were making modifications within the building, because the law, the rule, the building act states that the perimeters of the building that you applied for, right? Let's say it's a 20-foot by 25-foot box you're building, or however shape that come out to be. You see what you do inside, you can do it, then get it regulated at the KSAMC. As long as the size of the building remain 25 by 20. Inside modifications you can do, then later regulate at the KSAMC. And that is not just Kingston and St. Andrew, that is straight across the island.
Exactly.
Okay, so back
they
to
are
the
trying to compare both KSAMC issue. Which one the input on an entire floor with in paper.
Right. It's not an entire floor. It's more than one entire floor. So what I'm saying now, what
If you look at
is
it, Chubby, it's about 2 floors they put on.
what is the outcome in that to the point where I'm gonna say there was no fine. The building is still there, right? How can this thing still stand it? Right? It
Because
doesn't make any sense.
he himself, he himself was on the planning committee.
Yes, I understand that, but it's
Let me see
still
if we can respond to the question because I understand what you're asking. Given that he had broken the law and erected this building, in normal circumstances and for smaller buildings, the municipal corporation that put a stop order where construction ceases, and if you're finished construction, they can actually demolish what you have built. They have that
back up
right.
for a second. Pause for a second. Pause for a second. I don't know the name of the road. It's in New Kingston. This building was erected as I'm gonna say.
3/4 Linghurst Road.
No, not that matter.
No. This building was erected as I can't remember how many story parking lot, and they went like 5 or 6 story beyond that. And that building was in litigation for more than 10 years because there was an order to demolish that building, to take down, right? And it was in litigation for X amount of years, right? Whatever the outcome is, it's now an office building, right? Why is this building in operation? There's no litigation. There's nothing. All they do, they just make an amendment and operation. This is nonsense, right? This man is flouting the law for his gains and his benefits in every sense of the word, and nothing is being done. There's no repercussion. This is telling this man he's like Teflon. Nothing sticks.
Nothing sticks. It's been happening for a long time.
Right? The government need to, pardon my language, but they need to have balls where they go in and they start to change things around. The town clerk, he's been in, like, what's his position? Right? These guys have full autonomy to do basically anything and everything. There's no ramification.
And Upper Max, I understand all that you're saying. But what I'm trying to bring to your attention is that the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, the local authority, with direct oversight and authority over this exact issue, is controlled by his party members, his comrades, who simply just whitewash the issue. And I agree with you. It is wrong. And I'm even more upset of the fact that this man continues to break the laws of the country, but yet sits in the House of Parliament as a legislator, a lawmaker. This has been my argument since this whole thing broke out. How can you be a lawmaker who constantly breaks the law of the country? And the worst law you can break of all in any modern country is tax laws.
They say under Dennis
law. We not do that. We not entertain that rubbish argument. I will not entertain that rubbish argument. I will not entertain that rubbish argument. Because
they say Jack them does not sit in Parliament.
No, hold on. If we look into my account and there's $100 extra, they're going to inquire where it come from. Because no one know what happened. How me make the $100? For someone to have a gain of over 10 million without care or remorse where it comes from, it goes to show this person isn't fit for public office.
He's not fit for anything.
He's not fit for public office, and we keep skirting around the issue and allowing these PNP surrogates to come on live or into our conversations and try to make it okay. It's not okay. If this was in the United States, you'd lose everything we work for in our life. Every single thing you'd lose. And you'd end up in a jail just the same.
But Travis,
so who brought the parish councillor? Who brought the parish councillor? Dennis Gardner.
Him same one because he's the owner. No. That's what they keep doing.
That is what they keep doing, and we must not entertain this argument. So, the company is separate from the person. We should not entertain that argument because that does not happen in no other country. That's rubbish. That is rubbish. A company never find itself out of nowhere. Yeah? It never do that. I mean, understand how limited liability laws works, and this argument is rubbish.
Exactly. But you know what surprised me? The one Singram will claim say him a accountant, that him a tell them nonsense and them a believe it, you know. Him a the
It's
one
a problem.
tell them the nonsense.
Anisha, that's a problem.
Anisha, why are you surprised? Why are you surprised?
Anisha, hold on. Anisha, more if you place your anger in the right place. Because Ingram is doing his job. You know who not do his job? You know who not do our job? We who entertain such an argument and don't push back at it with their hardest of force.
And you know,
that's why me and them not coexist for life, especially if me and moderator, because once they start chat bull, me I kick them out of the life because I will not entertain such an argument. It's rubbish.
You know, Travis, I said to DP, you need to set up a platform where you go and you start with a topic and you get some of them and you have people there to debunk. So they come out with a narrative and you bring them up on that narrative and you have your facts and everything and you ask them, and every time they say something, you have somebody there to debunk it.
But right? Guess what they do? Guess what they do, Max? Guess what they do when you do that? They deflect off into something else. They're never on point. Then they move from about 15 topics they're gonna go through instead of addressing. Once you corner them, they deflect.
But here's a good example of what I'm talking about. DP, remember when I was talking about registration of when people are leaving the country?
Yes, man.
To go to school, and you remember the attack I got?
Yes.
Right now, when the war break out with Iran and stuff like that, how many did they know how many Jamaicans were there?
Not at all.
They had no idea. They were scrambling. And they themselves said these people don't register. They don't know who is there from who is not there. Right? You need people to debunk some of the nonsense, because when they spread the false narrative, the lie becomes true.
Correct. And that's why they keep repeating it so much that it becomes true, because if you repeat it so often, it is fact. When it's a lie.
I always refer to chaos in modern day society. Always refer to
Empress, it's not like say one, you know. You debunk one and then one next one come with the same
Anita, I was listening to Falcon had a live the other night. On the live you have Tiny. They had pulled up Bala, but Bala came and just told them off. You had Anisha, you had Anash, I'm sorry. Oh God, Anisha, help me. Anash, you had Tiny, you had a couple of one more G Unit and a couple of them. And they're saying, you know, PNP shouldn't allow JLP people on their platform because they are distractors. And they come in and they throw it off. And this is Falcon. You should be talking about the IC report. You should be talking about the Westmoreland thing. You should be talking about the money that after Melissa. You should be talking about, and he's giving out all, you know, like when you see Sydney and Drunken Cole come in and they keep rubbling off topics. And by the time you hit them and they move to something else, and you know, the man who stole the two schools and JLP man went to prison because they stole school in the 60s and all of that, kind of rubbling out the story. Those are talking points. And that's what he said. He said the labor rights are winning. They're winning because guess what? Now you guys are to hit on Rosie. Now you guys are going to talk about this Jack Den. When they come with Jack Den, you'll be talking about what happened to this, what happened to that. And I go, okay, because they swear that everybody sits in a WhatsApp group to discuss. but it's a topic of the day you're going to discuss. And I'll say to you guys in here, do not allow them to come in. I would entertain them on the stage. Everybody run their life differently, respectfully. But guess what? Once they can't keep to the topic, see you later. Bye. If you can contribute and will want to contribute, hey, otherwise be off.
Empress, during the election, Caution, protect, Mr. Vegas did record it. Caution said, anything their leader tell them, say them to talk about, and that them a talk about, and anything their leader say, I saw it go, and them not talk about nothing else, and all them a do a come change topic.
All right.
So if when they come up in the box, them a go talk about when they want to talk about.
Okay. Well, that was exactly what was done, because they're saying now the Laborites are winning, and if you don't see, because they said,
and that is why we make sure stop them not then track and say, but deflect.
G. Gordon said, oh, you see the one Empress? When she goes over and Bala live, nothing gets done for the day. Bala come up and Bala said, oh, his own people. He said, listen, no, I'm not going to be programmed, man. I'm not going to be programmed because you guys go over on the Laborite live and you chat and you get on and you guys want to program me and tell me what to do on my live. And so he goes, you see how when the one Empress and the one Madame Speaker, I don't want to hear them he dragged me. I don't tap the live. I don't, because what am I tapping? And they're over there, they're not tapping because what? Bala is trying to develop a platform where he entertains. But then what I don't like about what he does, he doesn't give the guests, as he would say, he labels everybody. He won't give them a chance. He allow everybody to talk and attack people.
Empress.
That's the problem.
Bala is done. The Bala don't want one thing we are going. They just follow what them I say and just take on to that. Because him not make no sense, him not make no sensible contribution.
I tell you.
So based on saying that, right? Why do you guys keep going to them? Especially I hear Empress were talking to them about the whole Jack Den thing and the attack that she gets. Why even bother entertaining them? To me, I just listen to them.
Why am I having deja vu? I feel like we have the same discussion here already with Max and Empress.
Come back to Jack then, please.
No, but that's just it. I'm saying, like,
stay on point. I'm not going to allow you
the whole
to
Jack Den
listen,
thing is
listen.
Right, need to
hold on up, Max, because you're one of the biggest instigator. You switch where you want to go.
No,
listen
sir,
to me.
Don't say that.
I am. Listen to me. We have 3 things to talk about today. When I'm ready, you can left me like half a life. But as long as the life is going on, we discuss 3 things. We have discussed the incompetency of Mark Golding. We have discussed the weakness of Mark Golding and the non-integrity man that he is. We have discussed the parliament and why they are still allowing Jack Den in there, Dennis Garden, and we have discussed Jack Den. Continue.
Kingston,
David,
you say something about parliament and allowing that Dennis Garden in there.
There
do you remember? No, but hold on. Do you remember a few months ago? I can't remember what it was, and the opposition didn't like the narrative or how the conversation was going, and they walk out.
Yes.
Do you remember that incident?
I think so. What was it?
So why is it that they're not doing the same thing every time this man come into parliament?
No. This is the thing I wanted to say, and thank you for going there, Miss Max. The government side, if Dennis Garden walk into parliament, the next sitting should walk out. That is what we want to bring forward.
I agree.
Please.
That's what I'm saying.
So let's discuss why that should be so, please.
That is what I'm saying. There should not be any business going on as long as that man is in parliament, because he's not fit to be in parliament.
And
So let me get a piece of the rhythm. And I stand up to take a piece of the rhythm at this juncture simply because the importance of taxes to this country. Right? Taxes is so important. I'm going to show you the hypocrisy of the PNP and Mark Golding especially, because the whole side that was the focus on. Mark Golding some years ago argued that high office ministers should bring home their assets and pay their fair share of taxes in this country. It was Mark Golding's calling that led to Andrew Holmes winding up ADMA, which was the holding company for all of his assets, and bring his assets onshore in Jamaica so that he can pay his fair share of taxes. Right? Mark Golding don't only party right that's concerning fair share of taxes by himself. But we go fast forward some more too. Last year budget presentation and Mark Golding clamoring about taxes being levied against the Jamaican people. Fast forward to this year, and Mark Golding finally come around to being okay with tax collection and the importance of tax collection in this country. In this budget presentation, which was just last month, a few weeks ago, Mark Golding introduced an idea that he claimed will bring in 77 million in much needed taxes in the country. He did this because he thought it was important to raise tax collection and tax revenue for the betterment of the Jamaican people. How can Mark Golding now sit in Parliament with a legislator who's a tax evader? The same taxes that he so passionately preached that the country desperately need, and he had to come up with a brand new idea to bring forth tax collection in this country, to better tax collection. He now sits with somebody who willingly and knowingly deprived the country of 10.1 million in one instance in tax revenue. Mark Golding is beyond incompetent. He is beyond incompetent. He is wicked.
DP, just one second.
No, I just want Chavi add Julian to that too, because there's a bundle. Julian was pushing the tax thing too.
You know what Julian did? Julian said the taxes is too much on the poorer class, and as such, we should have got to borrowing money, 19 billion in it, to be exact. That was his argument.
A point what you made about the tax with Mark Golding. Where is all the money that he collected and still collecting, where he's charging GCT on it for Melissa donation? What's going on with that? Can you answer that, DP?
Well, the last time I saw the press confusion that when the PNP open up their books, their financial year, we will hear about it.
No. We don't switch. Hold on, we have to sit down here for a second. The importance of tax collection. Guys, remember, a tax collection are going to buy the dialysis machines that is needed in hospitals in the country areas of the country who don't have dialysis machines.
And the beds them where PNP did a call send on the beds.
PNP said that the hospitals don't have. This will be provided by tax collection.
Right.
The same tax that these people refuse to pay to this country and wants to sit in the House of Parliament as a legislator.
But here's the question I'm asking now. But this is the question I'm asking. The head of the party is, the figurehead of the party who is talking about corruption and taxes and tax collection and all of that. He is collecting tax under this guise in a fraudulent way and is not turning that over to the government. How is that?
Not only that, Chavi, and thanks for bringing this bit back into focus. Mark Golding and the PNP, because he was there as senator during 2016 when they said the prime minister have company elsewhere doesn't tax. The prime minister, as I said, carry home the company and start pay all taxes in Jamaica. All of his company are in Jamaica. Not so long ago, Mark Golding was in an interview where he was asked about the law concerning government representative having foreign bank account. He said, yes, he support the idea that all foreign bank accounts must come home. But it is the Jamaica Labour Party government who is delaying the implementation or the introduction and implementation of that law. Should the law directly said to him, Mark Golding, you need to pay your taxes in Jamaica. Remember, you know, that money that they use and open proven in Belize is our money where them robbed during FinSac, you know. And they are not giving us back $1 out of it. It is our money that Mark Golan move and carry away to open proven. And he is not a taxpayer from his dividend or whatever profit. He don't pay any corporation tax in Jamaica. It is these same people say that the government is wicked by putting 20 cents, 22 cents per gram or 2 cents per gram on sugar and to poor people. And they are the same one with their rich friend thieving taxpayers' money by the millions. How can they be allowed to sit in the parliament? Thank you.
While most of the argument posited just now are valid arguments, there's some of it that we kind of can't speak to at the moment, I'll say. But what we can speak to at the moment is what is currently happening with Jackman.
No, is it Jackman?
Jackman as a company and it has evaded taxes. To go
Yo, brother, you come with the nice word,
repay.
something them again, call it what it is, no please, no sir. And that's my purpose when I live this morning. The nice word, them.
The legal argument, hold on, I never explain it. The legal argument is tax evasion, which is illegal. That's the legal argument.
No,
right?
the legal argument, tax evasion is theft. It's a thief.
Thief in our revenue.
I'm going to get there. I'm going to, you know what DP? Hold on, you can say.
DP in a no-nonsense mood this morning.
We shouldn't be nicing it up. As I say, tax evasion, that don't sound like something bad.
And
But DP,
yes.
Anyway you take it, you know, both him and Dennis Garden, the figurehead and Dennis Garden, they're all in the same. They're in bed together under the same blanket because
No better barrel, no better Aaron. We know that.
Exactly, right? So it's like,
and this is why they're protecting one another.
Yeah, who have the biggest secret for who?
There you go.
That is
as me say, we know, we the people. Remember, prove to us
Man in Lebayan.
Member say,
I'll come in after. Go ahead, DP.
Member say, Mark Geldin never want to give up in British citizenship. And he said, I forgot pray about it. And he got people amount making come and announce, saying give it up. I don't know if you give it up, because I don't proof. I just say, the people have power, and we need to make our voices known and heard. Mark Golding is corrupt. Him is not no integrity boss. Him is a fraud. And he's helping to protect, because at the press confusion, he stated that I have spoken to the peoples involved. I mean, in a no character assassination and blah, blah, blah. When I listen to the man in me, I say, hold on. This man, you know, I turn one new leaf for kind of give Jamaica an impression like we can now look at him like as a possible, what they call it, whatever. Because it sounds like he must say the right thing. I mean, I say, but hold on. Now this man either grow on the island and I call the Prime Minister thief. So we can't call Garden no thief. The man then thief the money. A thief that rob taxpayer. So yes, Travi, you already know if you use the right words.
Jack Den and Dennis Garden stole from the people of Jamaica. Then thief from the people of Jamaica. They robbed.
Thank you. That more here. And just like I say, steal all land. I upload things then you grow and sit and can't touch patois. Can't put language to people here. Thief. Sorry, I'm going to shut up now. Go ahead, sir.
No, DP. Go on, Travis.
No, man, I'm mommy cut him, you know. My mommy cut Travis.
Open the mic, sorry.
And he said the right word now, so you can continue.
Okay. All right, so you got them keys from the people of Jamaica, right?
Yes.
And it's not okay.
Exactly.
You know, the PNP made a meal out of the $31 million neurosurgeon neurosurgical
life-saving equipment.
Life-saving equipment. They made a meal out of it. Say that people is being deprived and it's robbery. And this is a very important piece of equipment. One that fully equips us here in Jamaica to perform a surgery that nobody else in the Caribbean is as equipped. And that the whole setup, the drill and all its attachments cost $31 million.
An extended warranty.
And 4 years extended warranty.
Plus parts and repairs, right?
Yes.
In the region of $31 million. And the PNP made so much argument because they said it could have been sourced cheaper. And every dollar saved will go to more equipment. Answer me this, PNP. 10.1 million. How much further that could affect this healthcare system that you lament every day that is broken? How many more beds this could have provided because of a claim to be needing bed when there's no bed shortage? How many more machines, ECG, dialysis, CAT scanners, right? How many more machines this could have gone to?
Let me add one. Body worn camera with them about.
Yes.
How many more body worn camera this 10.1 million could have provided this country? How many more? How many more police cars this could have gone to? How many more police cars? How much more it could have been put towards the salary negotiation that y'all always talking about? How much more? How much further could that take us? Taxes is very vital. Any properly run country in the world, on this planet, that has a good system going. Go ahead, sir.
Add one more.
Yes, sir.
Just recover from Melissa. That the money they could have helped. Don't I see him Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth?
22 people could have get the maximum grant of $500,000.
Wow.
To restore back them house to where they have it. The same people. Maybe use them line up. I like use them line. The people they must still live on the tarpaulin or whatever out in the element. Them could have get their roof put on back or something.
Wow.
Then say a government for do it. And people never have house to get back house if I want 1 bedroom. This could go towards.
You know, I made this argument yesterday and last night, and I will have to make it again. I am in for calling for Mr. Dennis to resign from the People's House. You cannot be a lawmaker and a lawbreaker at the same time.
No way.
To the Christians, I'll say, the good book would have taught us, yes, you and me, who believe in the book, that you can't serve two masters. You either love one and hate the other, but you can't serve the two at the same time. You can't be lawmaker and lawbreaker at the same time. Jamaica needs to rise up and take a stand, because the very backbone that this country stands on and is built on is being robbed and raped by these people. And we have no better opportunity. Just a second, we have no better opportunity to make an example where tax collection is concerned in this country and how serious we are about tax evasion. This is the prime opportunity, and Jamaica must not relent or fail in holding this man to account.
So I have a question now. In regards to this new thing.
Max, you cut off your host, you know.
In regards to this new thing. Pardon me?
What? Go on, Max. Go on.
No, in regards to this new thing that advertising thing that Nationwide come up with, right? What about putting little ads on there calling out for these guys to step down?
Say that again.
No, Nationwide have this new ad feature that they have where you pay as little as $1,500, where you can put out like little ads on their program, right? We all chip in and put ads on their program to actually putting it out there in the nation for these guys to step down. to do the right thing and step down.
So all who interested in our Max say, just inbox him your number and then we talk it from there. Yeah? But Travis, before you came, I don't know if you were listening. I think DP and a few others were saying that being how Dennis Garden is involved in Jacqueline should not be allowed to continue any further with any contract. They must be cancelled because they are now caught thieving from the government.
You never have to finish the statement and I say yes to it. I say yes to it because I tell you this, in the US, an infringement of not even of this magnitude, that much smaller, would have cost you everything. That is the seriousness that well-run and serious countries that are going places take where taxes is concerned. And like I said before, taxes is the backbone on which, especially Jamaica, who just went through Melissa, Jamaica, who is just recovering from FinSac, Jamaica, who has a low pay, low wage society going on and is a developing state that needs tax revenue so much so that Mark Golden advocate for better tax collection. Their opposition finance person on finance is talking about bringing in new business to raise tax revenue. That's how important tax revenue is.
Why?
And to have a member of their caucus, one single member in one instance, deprive the people of Jamaica $10.1 million is simply unacceptable. Inexcusable and unacceptable.
Point of order. That is beyond the $10 million. Beyond the $10 million that we all know about. Beyond $10 million.
So the investigation continue and it's going to dig us deep. There might be other infringement going on.
No, but I'm talking about the illegal building he put up. Right? That's a lot of tax ramification right there also.
More than confident that it's more than just this. But I'm saying to you, and I say it this way because I'm playing by how they have seek to craft the argument that you have no evidence and no proof and no credible source has confirmed that, Jack then is involved.
Yeah, man, a nation alone.
And no. It has been made clear to the point where even the opposition spokesperson on finance, who was chair of the PAC meeting that gave us this information and confirmed it, state that he's been sitting on that chair for 6 years and this is the worst thing he ever woke up on. That statement must not be taken lightly.
True.
That statement should not be taken lightly.
As him said, what go on there, so the people of Jamaica are watching, Yeah? So if we rise up,
it goes back to what I was saying.
If you saw one demonstration, it needed down a jack them 18.5 Linda's Road Tuesday morning.
People need to step down until investigation is done. Step aside.
Yes,
they should have nothing to do with anything to do with government.
Step aside is not enough.
That.
Stepping aside is not enough.
No, but I am
this
saying
man needs to resign as member of parliament and lead the legislature.
I understand that. I agree with that 100%. Because in the UK, if it's even an allegation of prostitution with any member of parliament, they do the right thing and step down, resign. Right? It's only Jamaica, these guys. Well, then again, you can't expect any better, because their former, what would you say now, Prince of Bel-Air, he basically said, hey, more man have girl and this and that, and more man have that. So they're all under this thing of the criminality and all of that stuff.
You see, Max?
It
is very unfortunate. It does not come close. It pales in comparison to what we're dealing with here.
No, but I'm saying all of that to say these guys believe that the more corruption they do, the stronger they become. That's why they do it so brawling and they're still standing firm.
In today's Jamaica, Max, they don't believe that. Because
you want to bet?
There is the amount of people that support the PNP is a maximum of 14.33%. Yeah, when it take the percentage of the $2.8 million, they only represent just under 15%. The next 85% are not inclined to support any party, or they are more to sway to the governing Jamaica Labour Party.
And
hold on. Upper Max, hold on. Because I think we're going down a road that I really don't want to go. We're not going to polarize or put color on this particular issue.
No, we're not putting color in, brother.
This is a national problem.
No,
I think we're going along the lines. We're going along the lines of that, and I don't want to go there.
No,
the importance of
color
taxes and tax collection in this country is far too important. So much so. And I'm going to show you how important it is, because what we have witnessed in this budget debate that just concluded is both sides of the aisle calling for better tax collection, because taxes is what the country is built on. And if we don't have decent tax collection, then we're going to plunge back into unmanageable debt.
Travi, I have a question to ask you. You said both sides is calling for better tax plan. In my honest opinion, the other side, the opposition side, they're not calling for anything better. They're just doing that to show face or to say, look at what we're doing. They're just doing that in retaliation.
I understand you, and I agree with you. But here's the benefit of it. They have already put themselves on record, making it known that this is what will benefit the country. You know why they had to do it? Because they spent the years prior to this going against it, and they had to pivot to what is the truth. And now that you have pivoted to the truth, we have to use the opportunity and ride home this desperate need that Jamaica needs to get.
Can I chime in?
All right.
Later, everyone. I'm leaving right now. I'm going to work.
Much respect, man.
Yeah, man, because again, I go back to even Julian Robinson. Remember him beat the whole, do the direct tax collection from point of sales. So that means everybody, the same poor man, what them talk about, everybody now if start pay taxes directly. Right? Again, at that Travis, I said the importance of taxes. That is where them did a base pan. But them now I say one thing, but it's proven that them believe say feed them big man, for thief the taxpayer money. So Julian is saying, yes, let's put this in. Let's have a direct tax collection, whatever. But knowing say for them people a thief taxpayer money. So what Travis is saying, let's use their own words against them. That's the point, Max. I don't know if you pick up.
No, I understand what you're saying, I understand what he's saying. Right? I understand, but when I said, if you think that they were just doing this, saying what they're saying out of concern, it's just so everybody can realize.
It wasn't out of concern. No, we know it wasn't out of concern.
Okay. All right. No, but overall,
Max, here's how I know it was not genuine concern. The math would be mathing. If they were genuinely concerned, if they truly cared, the math would math. But it didn't, because it was a ploy.
Yes, it was a con.
Right?
Yeah, man. Remember the whole idea was to actually debunk the taxation implemented by the government. And that they made a try to. So they were saying that if you were collecting more taxes, then you wouldn't need to be wouldn't need to be creating new taxes.
Right.
In fact, Julian Robinson said that don't tax the people with this new sugary idea. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make no sense. Or we could borrow the $19 billion. Mark Gold in a few days later come and say, hey, we could have made $77 billion by this new thing here, which are going to increase 2% of the taxes you already collected, which is worth out to $77 billion. That in of itself is east and west in terms of opinions and direction that you're going in. And that is why the minister said it sounds as if these people don't even communicate on the issue.
Yeah, man, the left hand now communicate with the right hand.
So when I say borrow and when I say we can raise revenue through improved tax collection, and the two things aren't working together. And that is what I'm saying. Taxes is so important that you have even the leader of your opposition and the finance person and opposition spokesperson and finance clamoring to see who have the brightest idea to get more taxes into the coffers. Clamoring,
one
going
of
in
them
two different directions.
thief in tax money.
While one of their subordinates, in one instance, can whisk away 10.1 million. That is robbing money from the children of the Bustamante Children's Hospital. Yes,
So
the neonatal deaths that we have had in this country. This is money that can go towards the prevention of reoccurrence of these things. This is
So in
life-changing and
essence,
life-saving money that these people are thieving from the country, and we can't just sit by and look at it happening.
Travis then and DP. So overall, the steps.
Why we are said 10 million, you're not
Because we are talking
120 million him supposed to pay back, but him just choose to pay 10.
how you get to that figure? Hold on, how you get to that figure?
Instance at fines and the radio that bring it up to that. But I'm saying one instance, right? And I go about that because that is a figure that has been paid. You see, if you notice, my argument continues and will continue to be evidence-based. I will use what they say and I will use what has been done.
No, what I'm saying though, if this man was not in politics, right? This money would this evasion that they did, this $10 million, that would, and God knows how many more that they're evading, would not be taking place. That's
Repeat
just one of the ways
statement
I'm
there.
looking at it from. Pardon me?
Repeat the statement.
You went low on the last part of the argument, so she has to
No,
repeat.
I am saying that if these guys were to step down, right, with all these tax evasion that they're
No,
doing.
man, I never that. You say if he wasn't
Politician.
Yeah, member of parliament.
Yeah, if they were to step down from their position, they'll be saving the country a lot of headache when it comes to tax evasion, because they're stealing from the country right now. So
Dennis,
if they weren't a
steal from the
politician,
country. Dennis just steal from the country from. Listen, you don't feel I know Dennis a thief?
no,
yeah,
we all know
but
that.
you're me no want to. You're me no want to be a part of. Me no want to be a part of speculations. That's why
It's not
Travis said.
speculation.
Let's work with facts. So what is the fact? How much money Dennis thief? Let's see.
We can't put
That's why it's speculations. That's why Travis said, let's deal with this so we know. Julian come and tell us that Dennis pay about 10.1, you know.
Right. So here is where we can agree, let's say. I do believe that he should be looked into. They should
further investigation.
They should look all in
tell Uno say a $10 million Dennis thief.
10.1 million paid back.
Him never tell Uno say a $10 million Dennis thief. Dennis thief more than $10 million.
No. We are not saying that either. I am not saying that he stole that either. I'm saying they stole tax money, right? And in one instance, he whisked away $10.1 million. That means for the part that he has paid before, the 10.1 million that he has already paid, that is credible information to which we can stand on. And I won't be liable for that because he paid the 10.1 million.
Where the 120 million come from?
The fines and penalties is what made them estimate that amount.
And that is not an order, so we can't go with right.
It's an estimated amount. It's not something that they have put in writing and paid and say this is what
which me feels that he might try sidestep in a Travis.
Right. I understand that move.
The fact of the matter is, as long as these guys are in politics, they're in opposition and they can still loot from the caucus, right? They're a danger to society and the country, right? They need to be removed.
Yep.
Both the figurehead and himself.
I won't even get into Mark Wolin just yet. We can talk about Mark Wolin. But right now, as it stands, Dennis God needs to have resigned Tuesday night. We are now at Saturday. Yeah? And we shouldn't wait any longer. The same people who were proud and celebratory to some extent when the used car dealers were brought up for tax evasion charges and was fined, right? And had to pay over much needed taxes. People were happy. And I said, yes, the country is going in the right direction to hold people for taxes. People who were happy when the conviction for Mr. Silveira came down, the conviction for Mr. Noel Maitland, I say, yes, the country is going in the right way. Justice is being served. You now need to rise up and ensure that justice is served in this issue. You cannot be quiet now because, maybe your favorite politician, your MP, or you know, a member of your party, and you're going to put your party over Jamaica. What he has done is not a party transgression, it's a national transgression. It's a transgression against
That's
the
why I don't want to hear
people.
nothing about no NEC. That's why I don't want it. This is not a party problem. This is not a PNP problem. So I don't want to hear nothing about no NEC if we meet and make decision or whatever. Rubbish.
You know, and one of the I don't know if it was Ball or one of those guys were talking, where they're saying that they don't understand these people that don't live in Jamaica, always calling for things to get done in Jamaica, and they're not looking at the whole ramification and saying, okay, fine, the people from that who's Jamaican that don't live in Jamaica calling for these things, they don't look at it and say, oh, but these guys are looking out for us and our benefits and the country they love. Right? It is sad to say that a lot of them, they're blind to what's going on around them. They're not seeing anything beyond their nose.
I mean, I believe that.
You don't?
No. That's who's
You hear what Travis did say to Anisha earlier when she mentioned Singram?
Yes, but
some of these people, Max, are being paid to spill lies and propaganda.
Okay, so DP, but that is what I'm saying. They're not seeing anything beyond their nose. They're just seeing
but that's why I say me disagree with you, because you think say these PNP, even the two of them
what DP saying about they can see it, but they're paid not to talk about it. It's that simple.
So Max, like I one did come on my live Thursday, come tell me say, the minister for resign because Jack them got a waiver, his word not mine, from the ministry for import the dialysis machine. You really think say in a no say Jack them thief taxpayer money?
No, but that still wouldn't even make no sense to DP, because if Jack then got if Jack then got the waiver, why would they have to import it underneath the UA ban?
Jack then
that still makes sense.
But yeah, man, with that way I talk about, me I try address what Max say and I'm explaining why I do not believe.
Yeah, but
these people know.
But DP,
everything they do, they know. Them say it, but when they come out and talk, they're being paid, and apart from being paid is the love of their party, and then the next cultism when we always talk about. So you can always find something to defend it, and again, I believe people are being paid, and also, me never did want to say it, but me go say it. And more than one life, me hear people where me kind of think them at labor right. I said, no man, you can't say if you end the contract because the people them want to work up there and them are going to lose their job, and I like, people are getting benefits. And I've always said this, the reason why we, when I live in Jamaica, can come out and talk about some things is because we're not benefiting from it. There are people who are benefiting from corruption in Jamaica, so they know, but they never come out and call a spade a spade. That's all I'm saying.
No, but DP,
you're saying they're not seeing far than their nose, they are seeing, and they know wrong from right.
But DP, how can they see beyond that, right? In the sense that, let me put it this way. If they're gonna come and pay you $20,000 to sell your vote, and then after that $20,000 is done, you're suffering for the rest of the next 5 years. You don't see them, you don't hear nothing from them. You're suffering.
No man, I go. May I tell you this, brethren?
No,
the longest serving councillor in the Caribbean right now is a man named Dexter Rowland. He's the councillor for the Port Antonio division.
Mm-hmm.
Ask that man, which I've asked him on several occasions, because I used to host live on the local thing. Name me 5 of your top achievements. And every time I ask him, he get upset. But this man have been getting voted in over 30-something years. There's a practice of the PNP where once I'm in power, you say, if I even back to school, you get a little 5 grand. Anti-mode politics them practice, bro. So don't you see that 20 grand the way you say you get a one-off. It's not a one-off. You have people them benefit. If I even want rum, then get from the council or whatever when there's somebody dead and thing. They see those as benefit. That is not seen behind their nose. Them know say it wrong. Okay. That's why they may even and if you don't follow politics, guys, I didn't know so TVJ, I can't tell you this. PNP did rise up against the late Dr. Bloomfield. And Andrea Moore ran against him and won. And Dr. Mars guy, the Sunday, I was doing it as news for TVJ. He said, listen, yes, this is the first part of it. We know that Comrade Moore won, but the Prime Minister, because East Portland is an unrecognized constituency, the president of the party have the right to still name who is going to run. You tell me, say the PNP, them what did rise up against Dr. Bloomfield, never knows the foolishness of one and wanted better.
All right, so, but DP, what I'm saying is that, right, these people, when they come and they're trying to debunk the fact that Jack Den and all of these guys are embezzling taxpayers' money and they're doing their wrongs and stuff like that, and they're getting paid X amount of money, right? And they don't see these guys until another thing come up, right? And they get another money. In my opinion,
you're not listening, man.
No, don't say that. I'm saying, in my opinion, I don't believe these guys are seeing anything beyond their nose.
In my opinion, you're being deceived.
Hear this now, because there are some keywords that is being said that it seems that we are hearing. And these keywords is, in my opinion, as was repeated by Upper Max just now, he believes. That's his belief. And I don't think we need to spend the whole morning trying to tell him what to believe. Right?
No.
Because certainly, it's a go hard. It don't take you more than the whole morning to tell me what to believe.
But you see, a lot of people are not.
Hold on. And DP would have tell you what really happened in the constituency.
Right.
So often, the councillor in that division would pass around, buy a drink of rum, not every day, turn up at your yard with a 2-quart rum, and you consider that service. You understand?
Back to school, India want 5 grand towards back to school.
No, I am not. Don't get me wrong. When I said I don't understand what DP is saying, I understand what DP is saying, but what I'm saying is that when people are talking about these guys should step down because of their wrongdoings and how it is affecting the country, right? These same people are talking about you're fighting against this and not realizing that, hey, we're fighting for you.
All right, Travis, I'll move on, but let me say this finally.
Right.
Max, it is called mounting a defense. They're going to do that for them kind. When the leader, when Mark Golden stood up in the press confusion and said, listen, I am not into the character assassination. And there's only one media house, the only authority we hear said anything was the Alta General. You think that him never knows that something stink?
Of course you don't
but
know.
That was his mounting his defense for his own and trying to get people to mount an attack and say them a propaganda machine.
In fact, he said that he would have had a personal conversation with the individual.
Yes. And the man said him not do no wrongdoing.
He knows my position. Okay. This position is not new.
Okay.
Listen, we should not afford these people any benefit of the doubt. They have proven themselves to us time and time again. And we need to move away from giving them the benefit of the doubt because it's a waste of our time. And
you know why I beat it? You know why I beat it, Travis? You know why I beat it? Because I saw them get away with some stuff, You see, if you say, like, this kind of different, but me like use analogy. Somebody commit a heinous crime and what we hear, no man, nobody in their right mind couldn't do this, blah, blah, blah. Some mental issue, whatever. And basically you're removing the responsibility from these people by saying that they don't see and they don't understand. They know exactly what they're doing. They're supporting wrongs. That is what they're doing. So to me, Max, and I'm not attacking you, I say, when we say stuff like this, I say, oh no, they're not seeing, or me hear people say, they're not educated, or no, them know exactly what they might do. I mean, I give them no lifeline for use as no excuse. They are corrupt.
In fact, we would have heard earlier on excellence and other people talking about the instances when their own surrogates have a caution the other, or they're having a group talk to say, hey, we not talk about this or we not talk about that. Because
Daniel,
you know why?
Excellent.
You know why? Because they know say yo, this wrong and we can't defend it and this has a kill with. So here what we not talk about, you know not talk. We're gonna focus on rules, we're gonna focus on that.
Yep.
That is an acknowledgement of how wrong the thing is when them cannot talk about it.
Let me chime in this up. When it's so wrong till you can't mount a defense, you prefer not talk about it. What does that say to you? You know. This is like woman a cheat on his wife. Zin? And when she said, where did they at the night? And you say, whatever. And she said, oh, so when you carry the park at 15 and over road, whatever, blah, right, so you shut up. You're so caught, again, like use analogy and comparison. You know, Sister Sylvia sit down in a jail for 2 years and maintain innocence. Well, I know say him have something to do with the unalive and his wife. And when him come and say, you know, I'm here, man, I may do it, but I'm manslaughter. When him realize say him couldn't go no further to support him lies.
Him get
so that is the yes, you can't go no further. You say bombard, we get caught. To the point you can't even mount a defense like Travis just a while ago. Because Daniel said, excellent. So no, let's go back to Rosie and Daniel said, no man, we realize you don't want to talk about the Jack Den thing, you know, which is wrong. No, don't say that. That's a fallacious allegation, whatever. Start arguing now about what Daniel instead. Okay, let us talk about Jack then. Then can have a motor defense. So they know, Max. Finally, that's me I say. They know. Don't be deceived that they're only seeing beyond the nose. They know and they're supporting of wrongdoing. That's why they want for them party. Again, me I say it, Jamaica dodge a bullet September 3rd. Well, several. Because just imagine if them did farm government September 3rd of last year. You think would they not have this conversation?
Them Sylvia would get to it. All of this would have under the cover. The money, Melissa money would have run away. There's so much things that Jamaica save us from September 3rd. And I cannot thank Jamaica enough for doing that. Because we are finally turning the corner where Lady Jamaica is concerned. Chavi, open back your mind.
Yeah, do it.
So
yes. Go ahead.
So Travi, at this point of the game, right? In my opinion, the government need for basically every time that man step in parliament, return them back or walk out until they come out.
I agree, but the people need to stand in solidarity. And what do I mean by that? Civil society needs to get serious and do what they're supposed to do. Us bloggers need to get serious and do what we're supposed to do. And even the suggestion you make is a good suggestion, Upper Max. And I wish we had a collaborative effort with people who know serious, people like Karen Cross and these people. They are very serious, and if you say protest and go there, trust me, they're going to go there. And I'm going to try and do a NATS program later. I'm going to give her a call. And I will be making this case with her. I will be making this case on her platform because the people need to come together and get this done. You cannot be a legislator and a lawbreaker at the same time. And what makes it worse, not any crime, you are breaking the back of the state when you do tax evasion. Tax evasion is serious. When you thief tax money, because I don't want DP come at me, it's a serious something. They're taking it too light. This is stealing from the children at Busterman to Children's Hospital. Right? This is stealing from the youngsters at Heart Trust NTA that need valuable equipment right?
So
And funding.
a dialysis machine, right? How many was there?
12 dialysis machine was brought
12.
in under them.
Right? No, I was talking to a gentleman a few years ago, and him said that he every so often he has to go on one of them, but he has to leave from Portland, come all the way to Kingston, and it's very costly.
True.
Right? So how can one person have so much machine?
It's a company.
No, I understand that. I understand it's a medical company.
It can have, because what that does not. It is $20,000 per pop, you know.
No, Kingston.
Yeah,
the point I'm trying to make is that there's none in Portland, there's none here, there's
it
none
is illicit
there.
enrichment. I did make that argument
Right.
before. It is illicit enrichment. And I did state that this revelation and him paying the $10.1 million puts the IC into a pickle, because all of his statutory declarations now must be reviewed, because this is illicit enrichment.
In every sense of the word. Right.
Now, regarding a demonstration at Parliament, we have the ears of one of the member. I don't know if she's a member, but she's stick in the G2K. Lexi, we want to bring this forward to your newly minted president. This is your first shot at stepping out. So you hear what Travi has been saying and what DP and the others have been saying. We need a demonstration so she can organize that. I expect a feedback from you before Tuesday evening.
I'll put up the first
You
500.
put timeline power me if you do.
Then what purpose you serve if you can't do that? You there? You're the panic wrong with me.
I'll put up the first 500.
What we talking? US or Jamaican?
Am I in the US? Am I in Jamaica?
Yeah, wait there, US. So there you go,
Canada.
$500 Canadian is there to support the cause. Yeah, that is one pledge.
No, trust me, man. These people need to move.
Serious about this. No, hold on. We're gonna be serious about this. This is not a joke. I am very passionate and very serious about this. I do not run pop joke.
Didn't I brought it up?
I don't run pop joke.
Didn't I brought it up?
Yeah.
That's why I charge less you with it. And
why you
back it.
Oh, you know, say Father God. You know, say me not feel good though. Me not see nobody check for me, you know.
I did ask for the lady number.
I have been sick for a couple of days. Well, I am not well.
You hear that song? Drink some rum and Red Bull.
Hold on.
We can't drink rum.
So what you do? Tell her that people here need to speak to her. You can give any one of us phone number. You have mine, you know, if you have Upmax can inbox him phone number. So
well, you have my contact Kingston, so
yeah. So we can pass it on. Yeah? So
we can't do it that no good.
Eh?
Me know them cock up.
No worry, it will clear by tomorrow.
And it's be an excuse, let's say I make Kingston.
No,
honestly, you know, when I make the excuse, you know, more than if me not doing it.
No, but
the excuse. I've been sick. I've been sick for a couple of days.
DP, me say to her about 2 or 3 days ago. Ask the lady permission to pass your number to pass her number to me, because I need to have a word with her.
And I told you, Kingston, certain things are not in our mandate. We can't.
You don't worry, that are certain things.
You see, young Jamaica can blast.
Yeah.
We cannot do those stuff.
Can you change the filter?
Pass the information for young Jamaica to me, please. Because as I said, we have some funding to go and do the a demonstration.
What am I gonna say me can do? You go there live later, Kingston.
DP might be alive. I might be live.
What we gonna say what me can do? Me can call Alex and ask Alex. Alex is a part of Young Jamaica. He's a chapter. I think he's a chapter chair and an executive in Young Jamaica. So I know he's a executive in Young Jamaica.
So we need to get onto the internal.
So we say we can ask Alex to deal with it.
Yeah, give him my number, make him call me, and DP, inbox me your number and Travi, and me have up box number. And we can.
Kingston.
Yeah.
May I send you my personal?
Paul, no, I don't need that.
No, I said I'm sending Kingston my personal number.
No, we're not talking you. What's your name, Paul?
My apology, man.
Paul, looking at comment, Paul said Lexi want vitamin Z.
I don't need that.
She need a vacation.
She need a proper sweater, man.
I need rest. That's what I need. I need
a
rest.
Vacation.
Flu requires sweater.
I don't have flu.
So
I don't have no damn
See,
flu.
let's see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's see. Is it a sinus issue? Because I'm currently recovering from a sinus infection. You know?
I believe so, but I never have a flare up like this before.
I first time ever have a sinus infection. First in my life.
Is it there?
First in my life.
They look like
I went to the doctor Monday of this week. Was it Monday? Monday or Tuesday of this week. One day this week I went to the doctor.
I don't feel good at time. I don't feel like myself.
I was having the same.
I feel like somebody beat it with one bread.
Like serious congestion. They draining on the sinus. You know when the sinus
feel like
drain, it
somebody
makes
beat it with
your
one
body
bread
sick.